So I am studying to take the TEAS test, and it's a 16-day plan with 150 questions per day. And we are focusing on repetition. But the thing is, no questions will be repeated throughout the process of the 16 days. I'll just go back over the questions that I already have, but all the questions will be different. Got me some lunch or dinner. Not lunch, dinner. I haven't had food all day. This is my first meal. So, which heart chamber receives oxygenated blood from the lungs? A, right atrium, B, left atrium, C, right ventricle, or D, left ventricle. I'm going to go with D, left ventricle. Um, 2, the primary pacemaker of the heart is the the primary heart of the primary pacemaker of the heart is the A, AV node, B, bundle of His, C, SA node, or D, Purkinje fibers. Purkinje fibers. Purkinje. Purkinje fibers, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna go with. I really want to go with C, SA node. I don't know if that's right, but we're gonna see. Which vessel carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs? Oh, I'm rusty. Which vessel carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs? A, pulmonary vein, B, aorta, C, pulmonary artery, or D, vena cava? I'm going to say A, pulmonary vein. 4, a decrease in blood pressure would trigger release of which hormone? A decrease in blood pressure would trigger release of which hormone? A, insulin, B, aldosterone, T, thyroxine, or D, melatonin? A decrease in blood pressure would trigger release of which hormone? I'm going to say D, melatonin. I don't know if that's right. I don't remember. But I'm thinking about what melatonin does. So I'm going to go with D. 5, hematocrit measures the percentage of A, white blood cells, B, platelets, C, plasma, D, red blood cells. I'm going to go with D, red blood cells. Gas exchange occurs due to differences in A, temperature, B, pressure gradients, C, blood flow, D, cell size. I'm going to say pressure gradients. 7, which structure prevents lung collapse? A. Surfactant. B. Pleura. C. Diaphragm. D. Epiglottis. I'm going to say pleura. 8. Hyperventilation will initially cause blood pH to A. Decrease. B. Increase. C. Stay the same. D. Become neutral. Hyperventilation will initially cause blood pH to A. Decrease. B. Increase. C. Stay the same. D. Become neutral. Hyper. I'm going to say increase. Hyper is up. Hypo is down. I'm going to say increase. Which organ secretes digestive enzymes and insulin? A. Liver. B. Gallbladder. C. Pancreas. Or D. Stomach. I'm going to say C. Pancreas. 10. The majority of nutrient absorption occurs in the A. Duodenum. B. Jejunum. C. Ileum. Or D. Large intestine. I'm going to say the large intestine. Oh my God, I miss human anatomy so bad. It was so interesting. It's been years since I've taken that class. Peristalsis refers to A. Enzyme secretion. B. Voluntary swallowing. C. Wave-like muscle contractions. Or D. Chemical digestion. I want to say enzyme secretion, but then I also want to say wave-like muscle contractions. Or maybe it's chemical. I don't know. I'm going to say enzyme secretion. I feel like it's not that. I'm going to say C. Wave-like muscle contractions. I don't know. I don't know. This is a bad idea, eating and studying at the same time. Which vitamin requires bile for absorption? A. Vitamin C. B. Vitamin B12. C. Vitamin D. D. Vitamin K. I think it's vitamin K. Some of this stuff I kind of remember. I want to think I remember. I don't know. We're going to see how I do. Which structure filters blood in the kidney? A. Loop of Henle. B. Collecting duct. C. Renal pelvis. Or D. Glomerulus. I'm going to say D. Glomerulus. Antidiuretic hormone primarily affects the A. Bladder. B. Nephrons. C. Urethra. D. Renal artery. I think it's the renal artery. Or maybe it's the nephrons. Nephrons was my first thought, so that's what I'm going to go with. Urine concentration occurs mainly in the A. proximal tubule, B. loop of Henle, C. Bowman's capsule, or D. renal cortex. Urine concentration occurs mainly in the concentration. I'm going to say D. renal cortex. I truly don't know that one. Which part of the neuron receives incoming signals? A. the axon, B. the myelin sheath, C. dendrite, D. synapse. I want to say it's the synapse. (17) The sympathetic nervous system prepares the body for A. digestion, B. rest, C. emergency response, D. sleep. I'm going to say C. emergency response, and the reason I'm going to say that is because all of the rest of them is like calming, like rest, sleep, digestion. Digestion can kind of be in the middle, but I'm going to say emergency response because it's the only one where it's like you got to get up and move. And yeah. 18. Which electrolyte is critical for nerve impulse transmission? A. calcium, B. potassium, C. sodium, D. magnesium. I'm going to go with C. sodium. That's what I truly think it is. 19. Smooth muscle is found in the A. heart, B. biceps, C. blood vessels, D. tendons. Where is smooth muscle found? I'm going to guess on this one. I'm going to say heart. Which protein allows muscles to relax after contraction? A. actin, B. myosin, C. troponin, D. tropomyosin. I'm going to guess on this one too, and I'm going to say C. troponin. I really want to say myosin, but we'll see what it is. 21. Bone marrow produces A. hormones, B. red blood cells, C. digestive enzymes, D. antibodies. B. red blood cells. 22. Which hormone increases blood calcium levels? A. calcitonin, B. parathyroid hormone, C. aldosterone, D. cortisol. I'm going to say I think it's between aldosterone and D. cortisol. I want to say it's aldosterone. We'll see. 23. Estrogen primarily affects A. male secondary traits, B. bone growth only, C. female reproductive system, D. blood pressure. I'm going to say female reproductive system. Testosterone is produced primarily by the A. pituitary, B. adrenal cortex, C. testes, and then D. thyroid. I'm going to say pituitary. I don't know that one. Which cell type initiates immune response? A. Red blood cells. B. Neutrophils. C. Macrophages. Or D. Platelets. It's between neutrophils and macrophages. Which cell type initiates immune response? I'm going to say neutrophils because I think the macrophages eat up the stuff that don't need to be there. 26. Antibodies are produced by A. T cells, B. B cells, C. NK cells, or D. basophils. I'm going to say T cells. I'm going to guesstimate it. 27. Fever helps the body by A. Killing all pathogens, B. Increasing metabolic rate, C. Lowering lowering immune response, D. Reducing inflammation, increasing metabolic rate. 28. Homeostasis is best described as A. Constant change, B. Internal balance, C. Disease prevention, and D. Energy storage. That's internal balance. For sure, I know that one is right. I know it's right. 29. The liver stores which nutrient? A. Protein, B. Vitamin A, C. Glucose as glycogen, and D. Calcium. Calcium. Huh. Mm, I'm gonna say glucose as glycogen. I honestly have no idea. Which organ is most responsible for detoxification? A. Kidney, B. Liver, C. Pancreas, or D. Spleen. I'm going to say the kidneys. Edema is caused by A. Dehydration, B. Fluid retention, C. Muscle loss, or D. Infection. B. Fluid retention. Anemia results from low levels of A. White blood cells, B. Platelets, C. Hemoglobin, or D. Plasma hemoglobin. 33. Which system regulates long-term body processes? A. Nervous, B. Endocrine, C. Digestive, D. D. Respiratory. Which system regulates long-term body processes? Nervous? Maybe it's the endocrine. 34. Insulin lowers blood glucose by A. Breaking down glycogen, B. Promoting glucose uptake, C. Increasing fat breakdown, or D. Reducing metabolism. I'm going to say A. Breaking down glycogen. 35. The hypothalamus links the A. Digestive and urinary system, B. Nervous and endocrine system, C. Respiratory and cardiovascular systems, or D. Immune and skeletal systems. immune and skeletal systems. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Nervous and endocrine systems. Which organ filters lymph? A. Spleen. B. Thymus. C. Liver. D. Tonsils. Liver, maybe? 37. Platelets function in A. Oxygen transport, B. Immune defense, C. Blood clotting, or D. Hormone transport. That's C. Blood clotting. Which factor increases blood pressure? A. Vasodilation, B. Decreased heart rate, C. Increased blood volume, D. Dehydration. It's A. Vasodilation. That's what I'm going to put as my answer. 39. The primary function of surfactant is to A. Increase gas exchange, B. Reduce surface tension, C. Increase lung size, or D. Trap pathogens. I'm going to go with B. Reduce surface tension. What time is it? I need to go to Walmart. I need to get some flashcards. 40. Which structure protects the spinal cord? A. Skull, B. Sternum, C. Vertebrae, or D. Ribs. Is it the sternum? Or is it the vertebrae? Sternum. What does the sternum look like? I'm going to go with sternum. 41. A patient with kidney failure may experience A. Hypoglycemia, B. Electrolyte imbalance, C. Low oxygen saturation, or D. Increased digestion. I'm going to go with electrolyte imbalance. Excuse me. 42. Tachycardia refers to slow heart rate, which is A. B. Normal heart rhythm. B. A. Slow heart rate. B. Normal heart rhythm. C. Fast heart rate. Or D. Weak pulse is fast because Brady is slow. 43. Which hormone triggers ovulation? A. FSH, B. LH, C. Estrogen, or D. Progesterone. I don't know. I'm going to go with estrogen. I truly don't know. Maybe that's right. Maybe it's wrong. I don't know. Which blood type is the universal donor? I'm going to say O positive. The answers were A, AB positive, B, O negative, C, O positive, D, AB minus, AB negative. I don't know which one, but I went with O positive. I know one of them is, I think, universal donor, and then one is universal receiver, I want to say. I really don't remember. 45. The large intestine primarily absorbs A, nutrients, B, water, C, protein, D, fat. I'm going to say nutrients. Don't know if that's right. 46. Which condition results from insulin deficiency? A, hypothyroidism, B, diabetes mellitus, C, Addison's disease, or D, Cushing's syndrome. I'm going to go with diabetes mellitus. I don't know. I don't know. 47. Which organ regulates body temperature? A, thyroid, B, skin, C, hypothalamus, or D, liver. I'm going to go with C, hypothalamus. 48. Which system assists the cardiovascular system in immunity? A, digestive, B, lymphatic, C, respiratory, D, skeletal. Lymphatic. That's what I'm going with. 49. pH imbalance most directly affects A, enzymes, B, bones, C, hair, or D, vision. I don't know. I'm going to go with enzymes. I don't know. 50. ATP is produced mainly in the A, nucleus, B, ribosome, C, mitochondria, or A, cytoplasm. What is ATP? I don't remember what ATP is. I'm going to say nucleus because I really don't know. All right. And then I'm about to finish my food, and then I'm gonna go over the answers and the explanations. So you don't have to come back for that part, for the answers.